Are you in the process of relocating to Southern Maryland and have no clue where to start? Watch this video and I'm going to give you 5 steps to help make the process a lot easier. Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Rob Schou and I'm here with EXP Realty in Southern Maryland. Today we're going to talk about 5 steps that are going to make it easier for you to relocate to Southern Maryland. But before we get started, make sure, if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content. We love helping people move to Southern Maryland. We love making you feel like a local. So reach out to us using the contact information below and we can help you do that. Call me, text me, whatever it is, and we'd be happy to help you make that move. And also, if you scroll down to the first link if you scroll down to the first comment, you're going to see a link in there, and it's a link to my calendar. It's going to let you set up a Zoom meeting with me and go over all the needs that you have when moving to Southern Maryland. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to talk about today are the 5 steps to relocating to Southern Maryland, and just kind of give you an overview of like kind of the before you really get here, before we start house hunting, before we start doing that, how we're going to help you, how I'm going to help you find that best place for you and get you down to Southern Maryland, because moving is hard. It is not something easy to do, and moving from out of town, moving from out of state, and I'm dealing with people that are moving from Puerto Rico, that are moving from different countries. It's really hard unless you have the right people. So let's go ahead and get started. And obviously the first thing that you need to do if you're looking to move to Southern Maryland is simple. Reach out. Use my contact information. Reach out to me because I can help you with this move. I can help you kind of get an idea of the different areas. I can guide you in the right direction and at least start getting you going and pushing you towards where I have an action towards you getting down here and picking that right area for you. So that number 1 is reach out. And like I said before, you can reach out using that contact information I have down in the below right now, or you can also scroll down to the first comment, click on my calendar link, and schedule a Zoom with me. All right, so obviously contacting me first, and then on that contact, and the next thing that you should be doing is setting up lending. I get it. Normally what we want to do is the fun part first. Looking at houses, talking about that dream house you want to have. But the most important thing in today's market, especially in today's market where things are going fast in 2022, is you need to set up a lender. Now, people that are moving to Southern Maryland from out of town, a lot of the times are PCSing or military people, and they want to use VA loans, which is a great loan option. But there's so many other different loans too that you can use, conventional and FHA, and just a myriad of different options. And it's really important that you have an idea of what your budget is, what loan product you're going to use, and what you qualify for, so we know what to look at. Now, coming from out of town, you might not have a lender here that you're working with, or you might use a big box lender. I always recommend to my clients different local lenders here, because it just makes it so much easier to talk with someone in the area who knows the market, who understands what you need to do to have your offer accepted in this competitive market. So that's always my recommendation, is to use a local lender. But whatever you want to use, whoever you want to use, make sure you have it set up before you really start looking at different houses. All right, so now number 1, you've reached out to me. Number 2, you've really kind of figured out your lending and where you want to go with that. And number 3 would be to set up our Zoom call. Now, the great thing about everything we've been through with the pandemic in recent past was that Zoom calls and virtual meets have been something that we've all got comfortable with. So here in Southern Maryland, I love using those Zoom calls to really get to know each other. My Zoom calls aren't sales pitches. I'm not trying to get you to sign something you're not comfortable with or anything like that. I just want to hear what you want, what are your must-haves, and what's your lifestyle, so we can figure out exactly where you want to be and where you need to start looking and kind of narrowing down that search. Those Zoom calls are so informative for both parties to really figure out, how to move forward and how best to get the most out of the relationship we're about to kind of embark on, and the home search we're about to embark on too. All right, so we have our Zoom call, and now after that Zoom call, this is when we start looking at the different styles of home. Now I'll get some ideas, of course, from the Zoom call, but after that, we're really figuring out the style of home you want. There are so many different styles of homes in Southern Maryland. Waterfront homes are something that a lot of people that move here are really interested in, just because there's so much water in here. The cost of living is a little bit cheaper. The housing is a little bit affordable. So it might be your chance to own waterfront. If that's something you've always wanted to do. Now there's neighborhoods and suburbs with all different types of amenities as well. Some people just want to live in the middle of nowhere, you know, with some acreages and some cows and some chickens, and that's here too. And then we even have areas like Waldorf that do feel like a little bit more of a city vibe, where I guess it's really, you know, a small town vibe. No, a mini city vibe, where there's a lot of different stuff to do around it. And it doesn't have that same Southern Maryland kind of, you know, laid back rural feel, but it's not the same thing as living in, you know, DC or other areas where it's a lot more densely populated. So finding that style of home and finding that style of area that works for you, and kind of identifying that so we know exactly what we're looking for, is that fourth step. And number 5, once we've figured out the style of home, we've had that Zoom call, we've done all this stuff, is just lifestyle and location. So we're going to figure out, after we know we kind of want to be in a certain style of home, we kind of want to be, you know, in that area, we want to figure out your lifestyle and location. Do you have kids? Do you have family that lives nearby? And just figure out, really drill down, take that last step to figure out where exactly you want to be. And then this leads to the next fun part, where we really start home shopping. So we're going to be walking, or we're going to be driving around, setting up home tours, and just really getting boots on the ground and looking at all the different houses. So those are my 5 steps that you're going to go through when you're relocating to Southern Maryland. Some of them are happening before you get here. Some of them are happening while you're here, but all of them are super important. All right, so if you have any questions or need any help, make sure you use that contact information below. Reach out. I'd be happy to help you move down here, take some of the burden off of this big move that you're about to make, and really make it a more seamless and enjoyable experience for you. And like I said, scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and you can make a Zoom meeting with me that we can start discussing all the needs that you have when relocating to Southern Maryland. And last, if you haven't yet, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content about moving to Southern Maryland. Hope to see you on the next video.